Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Addie and today we are building a park for Willow Creek. And if you know Willow Creek at all, you will know that this is not the place where the park usually is. um, and you'll also notice that there is a massive building on it. And that is because I decided, what if we had a building in the park? And then I realized how actually small the the like actual lot was. And I was like, yeah, this is cool, so I'm gonna finish it, but it's not gonna be like the park. So I just finished this and then I bulldoze it. But I wanted to leave it in because I felt like it was kind of cool. Like the building is cool. So if you wanted this, if you want it on the gallery, let me know and I can put it up there. It's not up there right now. I yeah. So I'm trying to lay it out a little bit so that when I come back to it, it's not like completely weird. But I don't think I end up laying it out too much. Yeah. So we just have this, and I just save that to my library and then I bulldoze it because why not? So we have that, and then I do end up having like this fence around the outside, and I actually kind of liked the having this fence because it was like um I don't know, it was kind of an interesting fence. I never really liked this fence. Um, so using it was kind of different for me, and I was trying to sort of have like I don't know. I was like, I wanted the park to feel like its own separate entity from the world around it a little bit. So I wanted the fence. I wanted the fence. It does not stay that color, but I don't change it until like the very end. So I hope it does not offend anyone that I leave it the default. I think the default kind of fit, honestly. Like you wouldn't even notice if I left it the default if I didn't point it out. So right now, you'll notice that I have laid out the park with this like low-lying fence from base game. Your Sims can actually walk over that fence. But I've separated everything out into what I want it to be in the park with that fence. And now I'm going through with the what do you call it? The toddler fence, and I am kind of fencing in those areas. I didn't really want your Sims to like, oh, I guess I changed the fence now. Either way, I didn't want your Sims like, I wanted your Sims like in the areas. That doesn't make any sense. But I didn't want your Sims like walking randomly through the lot. Um, so that's why I decided to have that. And then I really desperately wanted to use this from toddler stuff. It's like a toddler playground kind of vibe. And I love this thing. It is so weird that I wanted to use it. Like I desperately wanted to use it. And so I did. And no one can stop me because this was pre-recorded. Um, so it was recorded. There was no live anything going on. But I also remembered that these planters from Cottage Living have like different swatches. Like I completely forgot that they had different swatches, and I was like, my mind was blown when I rediscovered that. Don't know how I forgot. I use them all the fucking time, but I did forget. So, this is a like vendor space. So right now I have four sales tables that you can use. I tried to get another one, but it was just not a vibe. So I get this painting wall, and then I have the Home Chef Hustle table because I felt like that was pretty useful. There's nothing on it, but if you wanted, you could come here and like sell your food on that table. Um, and so I get that. And then I end up switching out the other two tables. Originally, I get these chairs and I'm like decorating and everything. And then I discover, or I don't discover, I just like decide that I don't really want four tables. And so I decided to switch them out for some like food stalls. Well, one of them's a food stall, the other one's the gardening stall. Um, that doesn't happen till later though. I feel like I'm spoiling the video. Um, but right now, I'm trying to figure out if I want a basketball court, if I don't want a basketball court, if I want the basketball court, where do I want to put it? Like, all, like, because honestly, I kind of hate basketball courts. I was never good at basketball. For reference, I'm 5'5", so that's not exactly like my vibe, you know. But we get like a barbecue shack and the gardening stall, and then we also do this Mexican stall over by the toilet stalls, by the toilets. And I did want to include the Filipino stall, but I couldn't really find a place for it. And then I was like, oh, well, what if we put it in here? And then I was like, but I don't even know what I want this to be. So I decided to get rid of it in the end. I don't know how quickly that happens, but it does not stay there. So yeah, there we go. And then I do decide to get a basketball court and I switch it out for this flooring because I felt like that was a little bit better for like an outdoor basketball court. And then we get the basketball hoop. It's just half of a basketball court. Don't think it's fancy. And then over here is some children's stuff. Everything is red over here. It's kind of chaotic. But I felt like it worked, you know? Like this is for kids. It's in the middle of the desert. Like nobody's really gonna be judging you for having all red children's toys. So, yeah. And then I get this fountain. I am obsessed with this fountain from Romantic Garden Stuff. Romantic Garden Stuff was free for a little while, and so I rediscovered this fountain. It is stunning. It's so cool, and your Sims can like splash and play in there, which is cool. And then I got a yoga mat. The yoga mat is just one of them regular ones, and I didn't really want chess tables, but it's required for the lot, so I put a couple down. And we get some tables and stuff. And this honestly was the like most fun part. Um, I love tables. I don't know why. Like objectively, there is nothing fancy about tables, but I like tables. I like the dining room. I think the dining room is objectively my favorite room in the house. That and bathrooms. I don't know what it is, but bathrooms are really fun to decorate for me. Not that this one has any cool bathrooms to decorate, but yeah, so we're getting some benches around, and then I get a couple of easels. I really wanted a lot of skill building items on this lot, but a lot of them I didn't really want to have, if that makes sense. Like I wanted skill building items, but none of the items that we have that work on the outside I wanted on this lot. And so it was really hard to decide what all to put. So I just ended up putting some base game easels and chess tables and then some toys and stuff. And also the gardening plots and stuff. So like this is genuinely a useful lot. It's just that if you're coming here with a lot of Sims, it's probably not for you. Um, so yeah. We're working on the landscaping now, and this probably was the most, I don't want to say stressful, but like my least favorite part. Normally I love landscaping. I think landscaping is so pretty. Um, I've never lived in a desert. when I lived in San Antonio, Texas, in the US, that place is one of the most humid places I've ever lived in my life. Like, you would walk outside and your hair would just frizz. If you put effort into like doing your hair, sorry, you don't have that anymore. There is no evidence. So, yeah, never lived in a desert. Never lived in a desert. I don't know what the landscaping looks like. My grandparents live in Arizona, but they've only lived there for a year, and I will not visit them. So, yeah. Um, not really the vibes. Not really the vibes. So yeah, this is the landscaping. It's just a bunch of going around and filling it up with cactus and things, cacti and things. And so we are coming to the end of the video now. So if you like this particular lot, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery. My stuff is in the description. And if you liked this video, if you would like and subscribe, that would really mean a lot. And I will see all of you on Saturday. Bye.